Hannah, Hannah was putting it in the chat, but
Oh, I can't see the chat. I'm sorry,
yeah, I
guys.
know. That's what I figured. So I thought if I waved really big,
Yes, you
maybe
did.
somebody.
You did amazing. Thank
Mhm.
you, Shara. Okay. So we were just talking about switching your mindset of always looking and talking to people who need the income to also being open to looking for people who may not need the income, but maybe need the purpose, or maybe want to stay home with their families, or maybe just look like a really strong, confident woman who loves Jesus that you're like, I would love to get to know her better. And I would love to see her go on. Oh, look at you. I can see you. Yay. That's amazing. Okay. I don't feel like I'm partially blind. But like that people that you want to spend time with and you just want to get to know with and would be powerful warriors for God's kingdom that you want to do this business with. And you're like, you would do amazing at this. You guys, what does it take? What's the difference between somebody who is struggling and needs the income versus somebody who has it all together and or looks like they have it all together, because looks can be deceiving, but and is confident and is boldly speaking out? What's the difference and shift that we have to make to be talking to those people? Can you guys list some of those things? Gotta eat, sister. Do you think maybe if you cut it up, she can dip it in the ketchup? She told me she wanted the bun. I didn't have fun. No.
Can you ask the question again? Because I'm trying to make sure I'm understanding what you're asking.
Yep. So what kind of mindset shift do we need to make to be looking for, specifically looking for the confident ones, the bold ones that we want to bring along this team, because we know you can already see that they're warriors for the kingdom. Because what I find is when we're seeking out people that need our help, we're trying to fix a situation, right? We're trying to help them fix and alleviate a situation, which is great. A lot of us are fixers. God's designed us that way, and that's okay. But when we're talking to somebody, what I find is it's super easy for Ashley to talk to people who need this as an income. But when she goes to talking to people who don't need it as an income, she doesn't do it. There's a reason for that. And what is that shift that we have to make in our minds to do that?
So I don't know, this may not be the answer you're specifically looking for, but this is where my shift comes from, is that what we've kind of already talked about, like I have no clue where they're at. And just because they may not need the money, this business offers more than just finances to people. It offers community, it offers, encouragement, and it offers personal growth in ways that most people can't get. And so I can't read people's hearts. You know what I mean? Like you can see people's actions, you can see the fruits that they show, but you can't read their hearts. That's between them and God. And it's not our place to read their hearts necessarily in that way, but it's also not our place to say, no, they don't need it, because that's also judging their heart as well.
Yes, exactly. And here's the thing. What has given you that insight that this company provides that?
Oh, myself, having it myself. My husband keeps asking me, well, why do you still stick with play? Why do you want to go back? Because it's always been a decision. He's like, I don't think we need to do this right now. And I'm like, if I could just be consistent, it'd be great. And it was always him kind of shutting it down, saying, no, it's not going to give us the money we need right now. And I'm like, but it gives me so much more. Like right now, we've got other things going on where I don't necessarily need the finances right this second. It's a long-term game that I need them for the future, but it's not like I can't live right now. And that's not necessarily my story, but I need people who want to be better people. I need people who want to grow themselves and better themselves and who have their minds open that they don't know it all and they've got a lot to learn. I need that. And so that's what I look for, people that I don't. My answer, by the way, wasn't that I just didn't do it. I just don't look for people. I have no problem talking to people, whether they need it or not. I just don't look well enough for the people that would fit necessarily in our culture. Um, but but I just have to be more open.
So what does this prompt you to do?
I'm literally, as we're journaling, I'm writing down, what does a business builder look like to me, so I can actively be on the search for it, not just, oh, I need to get this done on my list. Like be proactive in it, not just checking off the list.
That's phenomenal. So that is what I'm going to tell you all to do next. For the next 2 minutes, I want you to write down what a strong, purposeful business builder looks like to you. For this business, for what you are trying to grow. Here's the thing, you guys. I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, technically, because I see Carrie, you guys are both there together. So like technically there's 2, 4, 6, 8 different teams right here. We are all one team, yes. But my business, the view of my business, the long-term vision that the Lord has given to me may look different than the long-term vision that the Lord has given to each of you. And hear me when I say that the Lord has something specific for you in this business. And if you haven't found it yet, you need to be journaling about that, praying about that, seeking God's word for that. Because he will give you when you ask, right? It says in the word time and time again, ask and it shall be given to you. If you seek it, you will find it. It is super important that we make it a point to ask and say, Lord, why do you have me here? I love this company. I love this culture. I love these products. I love these people. What do you want me to do with that? It is super important to know that, because one of these days, I fully believe that each of you can have a downline of hundreds to thousands of people. And what do you want that culture to look like? If it's very similar to our culture we have here, awesome. What is that culture to you? So take 2 minutes and I want you guys to really journal about that. Ask yourself all those questions. What does it look like to me? What can these people get from being here? What do I need to do in service of them? You got 2 minutes. We're going to do that. I'm going to see if I can play music, but if I can't, it'll be fine.
The word at the beginning. One with God, the Lord Most High. Your hidden glory in creation, now revealed in the world Christ. What a beautiful name! What a beautiful name! The name of Jesus Christ, my King. What a beautiful name! Nothing compares to this. What a beautiful name it is. The name of Jesus. Didn't want heaven, Jesus, you never sins to straight up. What could
Melissa, I know you just popped on here. So what we're doing is we're journaling about what it looks like, what we want our specific. So there's like 8 different teams technically represented here. And so we're journaling what it would look like, what we want our culture of our team to look like. Because in that, we'll be able to find what type of business builders we want to partner with in that. So, okay. All right, guys, keep going. I'm going to go till the end of this song. All right, you guys, go ahead and wrap that up. I want you guys to share some of that. So I would love to hear. What about, because I know we're kind of running down on time. What about one quality? One quality. Let's go around and everybody tell me what you want. Okay, bye, Shara. Have a good day. Love you. I want you to share one quality that you guys want in a business builder from what you just wrote down. Go ahead,
Okay.
Carrie. I see you.
This is gonna be silly, but on fire for God and crazy about Plexus.
I mean, that's kind of what you have to.
I know.
That's not good. That's good. Okay. Very good. Who else wants to go next? Chrissy, you want to go next? I see you next.
I can. I have a long list though. It wasn't just like a short list, but it's a lot of qualities is more of what it is. So
Okay.
I'd
Share
already
just a
started
couple of
writing.
them.
I started writing business builders and then wrote culture stuff. But like as a business builder, grit, strong-willed, determined, and I put introvert and extrovert because I don't want to like introverts connect with people so much differently than extroverts do, and
That is very
sometimes in a
true.
good way. So
That's a leadership quality right in itself, is to be able to see the difference and know why they're both valuable to a team.
Mhm.
So good job. Awesome. What about you, Shelby?
One of my main things was just being thankful for anything that is helpful to others.
Like gratitude,
Mhm.
like people who are grateful. Okay. What about you, Ashley?
I had positive minded, but I also had like adventurous and
I like that.
Yeah.
Adventurous,
and just
somebody who
wi-
wants to go
willing
out and have
push,
fun.
Yeah, willing to push each other.
Oh, I like that. She said willing to push each other, which is phenomenal. If you think about if you want a business builder, like that's something you definitely want to be able to kind of cultivate that relationship. Let me see here. I am looking. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. So those are all, if you think about, and then Haley, did you want to go? I know you're here. Did you want to share yours, or did you say something whenever it was unmuted?
Oh, I did, but it was just sarcastic to my mom.
Oh, because I was like, I don't know if you shared. Do you have a couple that you wrote down?
I've got a lot.
Okay, share a couple of them.
I put a team player, someone who can be a teacher, and someone who can be patient.
Oh, I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. Those are great. Those are great. And those are something, thing is, when you're thinking about cultivating your own team, it gives you a more clear, focused vision of who you're looking for, right? So, you know, when you come across those people, you're like, oh, that checks all the boxes. You'll be like, pray about it, pray about the person, and then have a conversation with them and be like, hey, I really don't know if this is anything that maybe God, you know, just wants us to have a conversation about. Maybe it's for you right now, maybe it's for you in the future. But I would love to talk about the conversation of maybe doing this together. Like seeing if you see what I do and seeing if it's something that maybe gets you excited a little bit or, blesses you in some way. You never know what it is that they need, but if you go into it with prayer and you are asking God to give you direction and wisdom in that, like you're going to know a lot more than you realize because it's God speaking through you. So keep that memory, keep that thought. So does that help you guys when it comes to reaching out about business? Because you don't want to just, you can ask everybody. You should definitely be offering it to everybody. But there are going to be some people. Let me give you a little idea as to how I do this, because I am one of those people that I like to learn from other people. So with Cassie's experience from past of her team, I've learned very much that I want to be very picky on who I work with, because sometimes you can get people that you're like, oh, I take it back. Please stop using the products. You know what I mean? I hate to say that, but in all honesty, there are sometimes those people that you're just like, oh Lord. So what I'm going to say is when I have my one-to-one phone calls with people after they get their products, I immediately mention the business, but I do it in a way that you may not think about. So I'm going to exemplify that for you. So then you'll have it recorded. You can go back and watch it. But this is what I do. I say, hey, I'll do Christy. Hey, Christy, I have no idea if you guys need extra income or if you're going to possibly need help with providing for your products, because obviously I want to make sure that your finances never get in the way of your health. So our company has a phenomenal referral program, and it has been one of the biggest blessings to our family. And let me tell you, the referral program and the business side of this is very different. The referral program is just that. It is a referral program. The business side, girl, if you are looking for something and you're wanting extra income and you want to bless your family with maybe potentially staying home or something like that, we can totally talk about that. Like that's the income side of it with the business. But the company has a really phenomenal actual referral program. Whereas if the income side and the business side is not something that you're interested in, that's okay. But the referral side of it could be a really big blessing to take a few dollars off of your cost every month. And what that looks like is anytime you refer a customer, depending on what they purchase, you get anywhere from $10 to $30, to $10 to $30 off of your next month's subscription or purchase. That's pretty cool, because I don't know of any other company that gives you $30 off of your next month's purchase. So if that is something that you would like to learn more about? Most people are like, absolutely. I've had a few people be like, yes, but I actually may be interested in learning about the income, depending on what it looks like. And then we go into that conversation. But what I've done is I've dropped a little seed in the idea of what the difference is between income in business and referral system, because they are two very different things. Both can be a blessing for different people. I have one lady who has been a consistent product taker for 2 years, and she uses the referral system periodically, but she loves the referral system. She gets $20 off of her products the next month, So it's something that everybody should know about, but it's not something that you may want to just throw it out there. Now, I will tell you, if I talked to Christy and I saw that Christy, as she would be phenomenal at this, I'd be like, hey, I have no idea if this is something you would ever consider, but Christy, you are such a generous person. I love your spirit. You're always so joyful and you just care about people so much and you love Jesus. This could be something that could be really powerful for your family. And if you are ever open to talking about doing this with me as a business, I would love to have you on my team. So you can totally address it if you know the person already and you know they would be phenomenal at this and it's one of your people that you would love to do it with. But if you don't know that person yet and you're not quite sure if you really want to invite them into that space and spend 8 hours in a car ride with them, then just drip that business, talk about the referral system. And who knows, you guys, if you give them a couple months and they're referring people right and left, that's when you say, okay, hold up. You've referred 6 people in 2 months. Do you know if you start doing this as a business, you could actually make $350 this month? Is that something you'd be interested in learning more about? Like, give them time, learn about them. We're investing in people here, right? It's not just a drop in the bucket in your pocket. These are people's lives, and they all deserve investing in, whether they're a customer or they're a team builder. Okay, remember that. Does that help? Is that helpful information?
Yeah.
You guys, what questions do you have based off of that? Anybody? Okay, awesome. Okay, I feel like on our winning day, I know we only really stuck on the business side of that, but I feel like that was really the main one that was missing on